So let's talk a little bit about current challenges in 2025, if any. What are do you see any challenge? Let me start there. Do you see any challenges with 2025 as far as the job market?
Yeah, AI is obviously a huge one because that's the whole notion that AI is coming for our jobs. And I think we talked about this on a previous stream.
We
It,
touched
it,
on it.
it can. I think in some cases it will, especially if you're in a development job or any type of job that there's a lot of manual typing and there's prone to human error. You're likely to see AI take a lot of that off your plate. But do I think it's going to completely replace everyone, like all humans? Definitely not. I think it's more of a tool. And if you learn how to use this tool, you're likely to be one of the ones that continue to work in that job, that type of job. And those who don't use this tool, that's okay. You'll find a different way to continue to provide, to make a difference in the IT community, but it won't be in that role. So let's say you're a developer and you just don't know how to use AI. That's okay. There's other roles. GRC is a great one, and we're always going to need people for a role like GRC. You need people to manually go through and double check and verify and ask the questions, and AI is just not there. So that's one big one. The other is the remote workforce. Ever since COVID, there's been this concept of remote workforce, and man, it has caused such a pain for companies
Yeah.
and also for employees alike. On one hand, companies are they've invested in long-term leases for office space and it's not being used. So they're not getting any value from those leases and it might be costly to break out of them. And also for insecure leaders, they may just want to micromanage everyone. So they'll want everybody in the office. But more likely it's just that the company's invested in this lease and they
Right.
just want to get value from it. And that's understandable. But then from an employee perspective, like on a personal perspective, since COVID, I've built this whole life around my wife, my life. I might take my kid to school in the morning. I have a lot more time to do that because I'm working from home. I take my kid to school 2 miles away, come back, and I'm ready to get to work. I have the equipment I need, my personal equipment, my monitors. I have all the real estate that I need. I have a better quality camera. I have the peace and quiet because in an office there's a lot of background chatter and it's
Yes.
really hard to have conversations with customers. So like I see both sides of the coin, but it causes this dynamic. So a lot of companies are saying, okay, let's find a hybrid approach. I think that's let's meet in the middle. And while they're doing that, they're hiring talent that's outside of the local environment. So if you're in Atlanta, let's say, instead of just hiring out of Atlanta, you open up the pool to in the entire United States or possibly the entire globe if you're a global company. And by doing that, you open up the job requisition to this massive audience. And
Right.
when you do, and especially in a job market where AI is starting to take over jobs or there's fears or there's just difficulty getting into the industry, you might have tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of people looking
For
for
that one
resources.
job.
Yeah. And so now you get bombarded. And there's other things too. Like there's some people that are just blindly sending out their AI bot. Good on you that you figured out how to do it. But shame on you for not being more specific. Target the jobs you want and use your
Yes.
AI bots to automatically fill those out. Good. But don't just blanket shotgun blast hoping to get
Yeah.
something. That's just lazy approach. And personally, if I'm hiring, I would feel like you were very rude to all the other candidates and that might
Right.
count against you. But some people might do that. The thing that my point is there's a larger pool applying for the same role. And then finally, there's a lot of companies that are just trying to collect data. So this was recent articles that have been coming out accusing companies of putting out ghost jobs. These are jobs they have no
Yeah.
intention to fill, but they want to collect data and train their own AI so they can automate like
Is that what they're doing?
the process of hiring.